It is Rizzo and Jeff right here on 105.9 The Mountain. Good morning, everybody. Just before 6 o'clock in the morning. And, it is just another day of finding out more and more devastation. But also, I felt that maybe people were starting to kind of get used to it a little bit, if that makes sense, Jeff, as far as as far as working together, as far as setting up kitchens, setting up places to eat, things like that. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I think what you're beginning to see more now, as reality has surely set in for a lot of people, and we are not even close to being out of anything.
Out of the woods. We're not even in the woods.
Gracious. But like some of the things I saw yesterday. Up this way, Domino's giving out free pizzas to people, Rockies hooking people up. We're seeing food trucks popping up all over town, trying to help to feed people. Some supermarkets are opening up that were closed, but all the cold stuff, all the meats, all the things, that was all destroyed. We saw a lot of people. Sam's Club was helping out. They were having trucks that were coming in for people. But there are, Black Mountain, Swannanoa. There are really, Henderson. There are so many parts of town that are still decimated. There are people that are still missing. There are
the death toll went up to 57 yesterday. That's at least confirmed.
As the water recedes, I think we're finding people. It's just, and all that as the rivers go down, French Broad, Swannanoa.
That's going to be scary.
We're starting to really get a grasp, like we didn't already know, but even more of a grasp of the absolute, it looks like a war zone.
And if I see one more person trying to go viral by standing on 240 and taking pictures of that area where the French Broad is and how it's come over, or where, at the bottom of Tunnel Road, I'm going to lose my mind.
Do you know what I saw?
I try so hard to keep my mouth shut.
Yeah. Do you know what I saw this morning on a Facebook?
But making selfies and doing videos to go viral, I want to smack you, dude. We can't even go to the bathroom.
In one of the Asheville groups, it's like What's Up Asheville or whatever it might have been. Somebody wrote, me and my boyfriend had a vacation kind of planned for the end of October to come down there. We want to come help, but we'll do it in exchange for food and lodging.
Oh,
really?
Will ya?
Yeah, I saw that. Everybody was writing like, really? Are you kidding me? People need food and lodging here, but you'll come help? No,
you'll come out. Yeah, stay where you're at.
Stay where you're at if you don't want to donate. But, look, I think it's still important. Even yesterday, Rizzo, we had people that were searching for people that didn't hear from people.
We had people call us all morning, and again, 828-240-1059. We are, we're here to do that for you.
Yeah.
And I want to kind of talk about as the morning goes through, kind of, our days, my days, what's kind of going on with us. I made the difficult decision to send my kid out of here completely by himself, well, with a stranger, obviously. I mean, but I made the decision to send my kid out of here, put him on a plane, and that was hard. I don't know when I'll see him again. I mean, this could be a month. 105.9 The Mountain. Hello, good morning.
Yeah, y'all want to talk about what the real issue is on the radio?
Sure.
Well, yeah.
What do you think it is?
Well, if they wanted to get help where people actually need help, whether it's in Buchan County, whether it's in Henderson County.
Actually, it might be Haywood County. I was in Canton yesterday, and that was one of the scariest things I've ever seen.
But in western North Carolina, okay, let me rephrase that. Let me say western North Carolina overall. If they wanted to get the help, whether that's flying in, however they need to, Chuck Edwards said it best the other day. This is the North Carolina Emergency Management flipping a nose at him, wanting some answers, and so there's your issue right there.
What? So the issue is what? Chuck Edwards?
Go listen to what Chuck Edwards said the other morning.
I heard him. Is what you talking about when he was talking about talking to the governor and then going and trying to get help and them saying it was 25 counties and they're doing the best they can?
No, I'm talking about him talking about FEMA's released the funds, and it's if people aren't getting help that they need, then it's because of the North Carolina Emergency Management.
Right, they're not releasing. Right, the funds have been released. They're not being dispersed. They're not being utilized, is what you're saying.
Pretty much.
Yeah, it's starting to seem like that. I mean, I was in Canton yesterday. I'll talk about it coming up, but it was absolutely, just awful.
Yeah.
It looked like a third world country, and I don't mean that disrespectfully. I'll give you an example. I went to North Meets South yesterday, and they're giving out free food. They were doing it yesterday. I know that they're doing it today as well. And I'm driving through Canton, and I actually have the receipt right here because I stopped at the O'Reilly Auto Parts and on New Clyde Highway. And, I met Jackson and the team and everybody down there. And, I mean, you drive down there, man. And there's chairs, oil refineries bent.
Yeah, I was looking at some of the video and
Did you see some of that video
that you had posted, and
that's as close as I could get.
Yeah.
But dude, like Pisgah Field, it's gone.
Yeah,
that town is gone. I'll never forget, and I hope that, and I'll repeat this story later because I hope maybe they have access to radio. They can hear us. There was a guy, grown man, throwing everything that he owned out on his lawn in complete and total tears in his house. I guess it was made out of wood, sopping wet, and they had lost everything. And that's that whole area.
Yeah.
I mean, that's just one. People think Asheville, and I'll be honest with you, people have asked me to do interviews and stuff in different states on different radio stations, and they talk about Asheville, and Asheville's, listen, I live in Asheville. It's terrible. You live in Asheville.
Yeah.
It's terrible. But it's not just Asheville. It's all of Western North Carolina, Jeff.
Yeah.
It's all of Western North Carolina.
Yeah.
There are people in Clyde, in Canton. There are people in Yancey County. I mean, when we first got here, we did a whole thing about Yancey County, kind of just as a fun thing, but they exist.
Yeah, it's there, and getting out there, and some of the, a lot of the folks out there are struggling to even have the cell service. Like, we're lucky to have down here to have.
Oh, they don't have anything.
To have the help, to have all of it, and it's like you hear we're coming and things of that nature, and they are. I'm sure that's the case. But there's people that have just lost. I mean, just everything, that have nothing, zero. Period. Not even a pillow to lay their head on. 828-240-1059. We'd love to talk to you. What are you doing? Where are you at? How are you feeling? Yeah.
Because I got to tell you, I'm feeling...
I know. Look.
I don't have much. I talk for a living, Jeff. And I'm feeling... I mean, I had to put a 7-year-old on a plane hoping that a stranger will get him there safely. I mean, it's his classmate's dad. I've never met him before, but it's his classmate. And fly him to New York, and I don't know what's going on with school, what's going on with learning, how long he's going to have to be there. He might have to be there a month. When are we going to get water back? The Woodfin line is destroyed.
Yeah, and I know that's the main focus is getting that water on, and I know that the pressure is on to make sure that happens. I'm hoping that speeds up that process.
The pressure was on 2 years ago,
I know, but it's hard to go back 2 years ago and then sit now in the moment. So the hope is that going forward that some of that speeds up the process. But even yesterday, Rizzo, we were getting calls. I can't get a hold of my girlfriend, and things.
I was thinking
nature.
about that guy. Yeah. I really hope.
I think somebody had called the radio station, our line here yesterday. And I asked what again. They heard the call in the morning and asked what the
name was,
the name of it, and where it was again, and all that kind of stuff. So hopefully somebody's able to get over that way in the Black Mountain area, which is just going through it and and see what's happening there. But yeah, it's still hard, and it's hard when you come and you look at some of the videos and the updates that are coming through, and people still looking for people. A girl was messaging us yesterday. A woman messaging us yesterday, saying, "I can't get a hold of my elderly aunt. Yeah. I can't do it." Yeah. It came up and she was just like, "Can you please put this out there?" And that was just yesterday at around, I want to say 4 p.m. or whatever it was. Because people are still can't get a hold of people.
And I mean, we try to go out and try to do our best when we have service to get pictures or videos.
Her name is Stacy. She got a hold of us. Can someone please check on my elderly aunt on Black Mountain? We've submitted requests and haven't had any follow-ups. I know she must be desperately needing medical attention and supplies by now. Her name is Mary Broom. She's actually in Fairview, 17 Bailey Ridge Road, Fairview.
I have to be honest with you that that community is
so if anybody could check on her aunt, 17 Bailey Ridge Road in Fairview. So but the elderly aunt, and that's a lot of what people are dealing with. And we had the guy called yesterday, and we had to direct him to get the medical stuff because he had needs to breathe and things of that nature.
I mean, that's scary to even think about.
Yeah, and it's, you're seeing pharmacies pop open, which is a positive thing, from CVS's to Walgreens, things of that nature, to help people out. But the water is a big issue.
I will say this, though, they won't fill, certain prescriptions, cancer medication, stuff like that. So that's like end of life care. So imagine being in that situation and you need end of life medication, Schedule 2 medication, and or
diapers,
or whatever the
and
case
diapers for babies, and those types of things.
And they're just like, well, we can do everyone but you, even though you're the one who needs it most because you're dying anyway. There is something interesting because a lot of people have been banging on the first responders. And I have some audio that I thought was pretty moving. And again, we're going to deal with this. A lot of people who call, just keep trying to call back, 828-240-1059, because you'll eventually get through. We'd love to hear from you, but I thought this was really important. This was from a first responder, who feel like, and I get it, the frustration is starting to boil over, the anger is starting to boil over.
It is.
But this first responder here talks about how they've lost their homes too. And quite frankly, they've put that on the back burner to help other people.
It's one thing to come into a community and not have really an emotional involvement, like specifically where my particular home, but your local authorities have their own impacts that they're dealing with at home that they've left to really help others. So you really got to understand the emotional part of this for those first responders in your communities. They have the same issues at home, but they're not dealing with that so they can help their neighbors. So it really is critical now that everybody in the community is helping one another and not really pointing fingers, but trying to help one another.
And I think that is so important.
Yeah.
I mean, look, we have people pointing this and saying it's this. And
all the other stuff we could deal with after the fact.
Right.
Okay, if there's issues down the road, and I think, a lot of people will reflect
I don't know
back.
how they're going to...
I think a lot of people will reflect back.
Insurance claim this.
Yeah,
listen, that's going to... I don't anticipate... I mean, how are we going to do... With Christmas, are we going to be... you can't even think.
Well, you got to think day to day. You have to think day to day, and that's it's hard for people to do that, right? But it's survival day to day, and as you can get through the days, right, which are difficult, they're very hard. Yours was very difficult yesterday. I know a lot of emotions and a lot of ideas are running through your head. But it's a day to day thing, and as we go through the days here, little things are starting to happen. No sense of normalcy might be for a long, long time, but little things are beginning to happen, which is a positive. But there's still so many areas that we have to get to. We have to find people.
For the people who had, for example, some Domino's yesterday. Domino's opened up out front of the bowling alley. I'll say this on Patton Avenue. I'll say this. It must have felt great to have just a slice of pizza.
A hot slice of pepperoni pizza.
I know it sounds stupid, but just something like that for 2 minutes, just kind of...
Right.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It just makes you relax, just puts you at ease, just makes you feel... some semblance of normalcy. Jeff.
Yeah, and you're seeing a lot of restaurants that are saying, all right, this food, before any of it goes bad, before whatever happens, Rocky's is doing something of that nature where we're just, we're going to...
Cooking it before it goes bad.
Come get it, it's yours. A lot of the food trucks are doing that. This is what we have, as we go to different parts of town, and you're seeing that, and people, show up and do those kind of things. So, it's... Western North Carolina strong, man, and a lot of people, we really only have each other in a sense. It feels like that. So,
I don't know how you feel. I'm not going to speak for you, but I feel completely isolated from the entire world.
No, and it is the truth. And it's everybody. Your mind goes to people think about it all the time. How can I get out of here? I hear it when I'm in line at the market and things like that.
Right.
That's not an easy thing to do, right?
Let's just get out.
What's on the other side if I do that? And so it's hanging in, and it really is just a day-to-day thing. But I know, like I just read that that woman that messaged us yesterday, Stacy, still just can't right there in Fairview, and that part and. Can't find her elderly aunt. Doesn't know. Is she okay? Is she alive? She needs those type of things.
And the scary thing about people who are elderly, and if you're just tuning in to the Rizzo and Jeff show, 828-240-1059. We'd love to talk to you. We'd love to hear from you. We'd love to hear your thoughts about things. We'd love to just connect you with people, help you any way we can, answer any questions that we can.
Yeah, and if you have...
Pardon us losing our voices.
Yeah, and if you have anything that that is, open, things like that, I know it's important. ATMs are a big thing for people. Saw one yesterday. They're was the
limiting
First Horizon.
Cash.
Right, First Horizon, I saw that. So anything like that, if you know of anything that'll be open, maybe things will be replenished at certain stores, things of that nature, please feel free to call us and put that stuff out there as well as, we recover here.
Yeah, the recovery will be long. It will be arduous. I believe the quote was, "This isn't a sprint, or this isn't a whatever. It's a marathon. It's a long marathon." And to put that in perspective, as we come up on the holidays, as we come up on Halloween, Thanksgiving, Christmas, And then I did a little research about, the weather event, the snow, the ice that happened that caused the water being, gone for 15 days and how, they, quote unquote, worked together and there was a plan in place. And then you ask yourself, what is that plan? That's the one thing I'd like to know. I've been trying to get a hold of these press briefing people to get, credentialed to even get in to ask a question. We could do it live on the air if they'll answer me. But, I don't know, Jeff.
Well, they don't. You're asking questions that it feels like they don't have an answer to, right? So there's no point, I think, because what are you going to get out of it? And they can only tell you what they have and what's in the moment, man. And it's just. Yeah, they're working on it to get it done. I'm sure that it's a disaster. I'm sure it's a total mess. And sure they're using every available resource to get things going. And, and I think just living on hope instead of, some kind of, despair every minute of the day is important, and you want to make sure that your head doesn't get into a place where, you think bad things, and I know that's difficult, but
that guy yesterday. We were trying to say, I understand.
Don't just because you didn't hear from her does not mean that she has passed his girlfriend.
Right.
There are people that I saw yesterday. Finally, just got a hold of my son. Finally, just got a hold of my uncle, my mother. A lot of that was starting to pop up even yesterday, and I think more of that will begin to happen. Coming up in the next few days, but. So really, that is the hope, and it's staying mentally strong. And you got to do those kind of things, especially parents. You can't show. It's hard because you can't show fear.
That's why we had to get
right.
Because we can only go so long without being people, and I just think about the parents, and the families that are here and that have been here for generations, and the fact that I'm actually grateful that the kid has grandparents in New York, because it affects your mental health, and not a lot of people are talking about that. It's the mental health, the mental toll that this is starting to take on people. I give up, the devastation, the what are we going to do? I heard people calling Steve and Shannon yesterday asking about insurance.
Right. People were asking, about their disability checks,
their disability
Social Security checks, those kind of things, and when that comes in,
which, by the way, was they're distributed on the first of the month. That's why they called and asked.
Right.
Maybe you can't see it in your bank, reflected in your bank, but it says, at least I got a message from my bank, we're up and operating for you, even if you can't access it, it's there, you know what I mean?
Yeah, well, look, there are ATMs that are open, around town. There are, and it takes a little bit of time, maybe just to drive and find one in your area. Twice I kind of lucked out just, popping into, one or two of them. So I was able to do that, but, not a lot of people are down to the point where they don't have the cash to get the gas to go, and if they have an eighth of a tank, like even yesterday, I have an eighth of a tank. How far can I go?
I was just gonna say I'm at a quarter.
Right.
I mean, I guess we could get to and from work today. Well, we did today. Tomorrow and Friday.
Yeah.
Then we have to get gas.
Well, there's gas stations here. Like I told you, I mean, they are open. A lot of gas stations are really opened up in some areas of town, which is good. A lot of people are starting to see that and notice that. So that is a positive on one note. But other than that, I mean, there's so many people that are just displaced that are sleeping in shelters tonight. So if there's, you worry about, kind of the little things. I mean, think of maybe a family of 4 or 5 that are in a shelter. sharing two blankets
from their pets, away from their, that's part of their. Those pets are part of their family,
right? So it's you have to stay strong, even though it's difficult to do that sometimes, because this too shall pass, but it's going to take time to do that. I know it's a lot easier said than done, but you have to, and it's the only way you're going to get through. You can't quit. You can't give up. That's not an option.
Yeah. So, we can't give up. We can't, leave each other in the lurch. We can't do any of that. And I think that's an important point. I will say this. When I was getting provisions, remember, I think what I'm going to do to kind of add a little bit of, levity to such a horrific situation is to kind of talk about some of the provisions that were given. Yesterday, I talked to you guys about Lible, which is the water that the government was giving out at some of their sites. I guess the bottled water, if you're lucky enough to get that. I mean, we're to the point where are you lucky enough to get bottled water, or are you going to get potable water that you throw in a tank? I got an Otis Spunkmeyer muffin. An Otis Spunkmeyer.
Okay.
And I haven't tried the Otis Spunkmeyer yet.
Let me see the package on that, the muffin. Oh, they're like you get them at Sam's. I think you can buy them at
Otis Spunk.
I think so. Yeah, I think they come in like bulk at Sam's. You can purchase them. So, and a lot of offices use them for things. That's why they sell them in bulk and things like that. Yeah.
So the the naturally flavored wild blueberry Otis Spunkmeyer.
Yes.
Is that's a provision. So I figured maybe every day I'll bring in a new provision and try it.
Okay.
I still don't know how to top Le Bleu, so I was thinking maybe we...
The water, I got news for you. Who cares? I didn't care if as long as it was clear and in a bottle and it was sealed, I was happy to have it. That's for sure. So
well, and that's the thing. I mean, you were able to get hopefully some water yesterday. You said that you found some. I mean, at this point, I wonder where people's heads are at. I wonder if there are people that are thinking it's time to go, time to walk away. I heard so many people call saying they're driving to South Carolina.
Yeah, but you know what?
Is that a good idea?
They're the people that are fortunate to have the money and things of that nature.
The money,
to be able
the
to
gas.
Do so. Generally, 98% of people do not. And they have nowhere, to go, nowhere to send their kids, nowhere to do anything. And, a lot of people just are hunkering down and staying put and powering through. I even, it's for the first time in my neighborhood. Now I'm seeing kids that are outside and they're playing and they're doing things of that nature, with their friends, and they're keeping busy outside. I think probably for the first time, instead of sitting inside, sitting on the iPads and laptops and
glued to the TV. If
so
this did anything, do you think it taught kids that there is more than just iPads, Roblox, and all that stuff?
Yeah, I've never seen so many kids outside playing and riding bikes, and people sitting together and.
They do that now?
Playing dominoes. It's a reality.
Wait,
my God!
People playing dominoes.
My kids speak.
What?
My kids speak to me now for the first time in 6 weeks. It said come out of their room and talked. Right. So there's some of that in the face of.
Hey, Mom.
Yeah. Oh, that's what your voice sounds like now.
How you doing?
Right. Oh. Boy, puberty hit. I didn't even know. Yeah, so it's those types of things that are happening. But yeah, look, we're here every day. We're going to be here every day as an outlet for you to call us no matter what you're feeling. If you're still in search of somebody, if you're still in search of any needs, we're going to keep you updated with things that we know that are open, from a pharmacy to a restaurant to a store to whatever it may be. We are a lifeline for all of that, and we're going to be. So, the phone line's open all morning long, all day long, whenever you want to talk and whatever you want to talk about.
If you want to talk about something completely, you maybe just need to laugh. You want to talk about something. I'll give you a perfect example. Something that upset me, and again, would have been inappropriate to have a party for him yesterday on the radio. But I'm kind of bummed out. President Jimmy Carter turned 100 yesterday.
Okay.
I mean, I wanted to wish him a happy birthday.
Yeah.
I was thinking to myself, how would Jimmy get down here and help?
Yeah, well.
Habitat for Humanity, they rebuild out.
Yeah, well.
Maybe Jimmy throws on the overalls. Maybe Jimmy comes down, helps the people of Western North Carolina.
Well, somebody's got to help, I guess, right? Yeah. So, no, I don't, when people are in search of their loved ones, I think talking about Jimmy Carter at 100 years old.
Well, that's the point. That's why we we didn't talk about it. But I actually heard multiple people come up to us yesterday, whether it was at the O'Reilly Auto Parts, whether it was while I was in Canton, whether it's while I was out in not Swananoa, by the airport, Hendersonville. And they said, I wanted to call in yesterday, but I was a little bit nervous, because, A, my phone drops, but B, I don't think anyone knows the line of when to try to use this medium that we're connecting people through as an escape, to try to use it to ask questions, to try to laugh. I mean, I can't tell you how many people, and that's why I brought the Spunkmeyer, because a lot of people seem to enjoy the provision trial on the air. I'm a little nervous to try it, but it's just doing things to just get your mind off of the, oh my God, the insurance, the kids, the house, we got nothing. We're gonna have to rebuild. I will never forget driving through Canton yesterday, Jeff, and the driveways, the bridges collapsed, people trapped. Yeah. I mean, I'll never forget it. I don't know what to do.
Well, I just think that, and
I wish I could do something for the people, because there's Haywood County, there's Yancey County. It's not just Buncombe County. There's multiple counties in this area, and I don't feel like, they're being covered.
That's
Jeff.
exactly it. I think, when people on the news, you hear Asheville, and people think Asheville, and you just see some of the beautiful pictures and things like that. Biltmore, and I know they had it rough down there, but people don't realize there's so many outlying areas where people are just absolutely completely and utterly suffering. So and there's people like posting now. Still can't find their parents in Bakerville, North Carolina. They haven't been heard from since Thursday evening. I mean, This is still, people are still posting it. There's so many of these. Desperately, 10 hours ago, family of Asheville resident Lucas Olmsted desperately searching for him. Hasn't been heard from since the storm. Giving out addresses. I mean, there's still, this is just hours ago we're still in search of people.
Speaking of being in search of people, I was at the quote-unquote clubhouse. It's basically where the pool is at my apartment complex. And there were people that came in and they said, listen, we drove from eastern Tennessee, basically, the Nashville area, a little bit further east, or a little bit further west, actually. And they said, I haven't heard from my mother. Can we do a wellness check on her? And they got my landlord to take them up to the apartment. She said, listen, I don't know what you're going to see, if you're going to see anything, but, try to keep it calm. 15 minutes later, they come back. The lady's fine, Jeff. She just can't call. She can't get out. She's not doing well,
Yeah, well, there's a story. I think it's going to run on Good Morning America today about a woman named Julie that she's still missing. She was in Marion. Her name is Julie LaRoe. Her home was swept away down a landslide with her and a few others inside, and the other people were found. She was not. So it's, so things of that nature, and that's going to be on Good Morning America as well. So I mean, there's so much that is just still going on, and reading some of this is just absolutely completely still heartbreaking. So
it's awful. I mean, they spoke to a woman yesterday in Hendersonville. And I mean, that's where and I know that my last I heard, and here's another thing that scares me. My Aunt Linda, whom has texted me or was texting me up until Sunday morning, I haven't heard from. And when I heard this from this woman in Hendersonville, Jeff, it scared the daylights out of me. Okay.
So we're in Hendersonville. This is Hendersonville proper, downtown 7th Avenue Historic District. And I live over here in this duplex. This is a down tree with lines, down lines everywhere, trees down to everywhere, massive flooding. The Wi-Fi towers are all down. From what we've heard, we can only get AM radio. It's pretty bad. It's scary. We've seen...
Introducing...
of course. Yeah. God forbid you let a woman talk without throwing a now commercial in between.
Yeah, I know.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But that woman was talking about what it was like, to be part of something like that, and how scary it is, and what it, none of the lights working, and hopefully here, let's see if we get back to it here.
Working, and so just lots of, it's just total devastation, total catastrophe.
It would be nice if FEMA would kind of get in here kind of quick, because they're going to need it. None of the roads are open. We can't drink water. Of course, no electricity.
You can't get out anywhere.
You can't get out anywhere.
A lot of the roads are impassable. I tried to get out yesterday after everything stopped. Everything was flooded and impassable. Lots of places are still flooded and impassable. roads are blocked off. So yesterday we were actually trapped here, like in this little area. Couldn't get anywhere.
We're downtown Hendersonville.
Yeah.
And they're saying, you know, if you can, if you don't have to, don't go out. Don't go
Stay
drive
at
around.
home.
Stay at home. There's nothing, you know, nothing's open.
Yeah, don't drink the water. They're actually saying unless it's life or death emergency, don't dial 911.
So
Right, okay.
it's one of those things where I mean these people, there are people like you said, Jeff, that are still stranded.
Yeah, well,
That
I
are
know.
still stranded.
Yeah, I just saw. You know, I was reading about a woman, and they have asthma, and they're trying. We're desperate for gas to evacuate. Our disabilities prevent us from carrying supplies upstairs to our place. My boyfriend has asthma. You're starting to see things of that nature. They're trying. They don't have enough gas to get to it. One good thing.
I was going to say there is a full list of emergency pharmacies at 828newsnow.com, also shared on the 105.9 The Mountain Facebook page. If you can get online, I can go over some of those in a minute, but go ahead.
I said one cool thing is that shower, bathroom, and laundry facilities service at the Airport Road Walmart is running from 7 a.m. to 7 p.m.
So what does that mean? They have washers?
You could get a shower. You could wash your clothes. Go to the bathroom if you need. Shower, bathroom, and laundry service at the Airport Road Walmart is running from 7 a.m. to 7 p.m. So...
A shower,
yes,
laundry. I have no clean clothes. I'm wearing the same shirt and pants. You know, I mean, it's funny because I have like winter, boots and northern New York clothes, but I don't have anything to wear.
Yeah, you look at it. It's a neat little setup. How they have it running on a generator, and you're able to go in, get a shower in there. And wash some of your stuff. Yeah. So,
is there a line that you know of? Do you know what time that opens?
7 a.m. to 7 p.m. At the Walmart on Airport Road. So I am seeing that they ran out of the water for the showers today. Somebody said, but they're giving bottled water. There's porta potties. So hopefully they get more water over that way for it. To be able to do it. I know, but that's a lot of what we're dealing with. The water is the issue for a lot of people.
I think the water is and when I say the biggest, I mean obviously the loss of life, the catastrophe, the devastation, the horror of what it looks like to drive through Canton, or what it looks like to drive at the bottom of Tunnel Road, or look over it. That's not what I'm talking about. But I think of the issues that have arisen from this, Jeff, I think that the number one definitely seems to be the water supply, the water system. Nobody has access to it. Very few people do.
Yeah, they don't. Fortunately, there are people with wells. I saw, what was it, yesterday, your buddy Jeff from Jeff's Auto Sales. They were offering up their well at their Leicester Highway, a little further up location. So right out there,
9 miles up there, my boy Jeffy.
Your boy Jeff.
My boy Jeff.
Yep.
What's Jeff doing?
So they had the well that they were offering. People you could pull up and fill some stuff. I don't know. If that's still going today, but that offer was there. So it's businesses, things like that, people in the community doing whatever they can to really help out. Even the smallest things go a long, long way, and I think you're seeing that from a lot of people. I mean, I just saw a couple yesterday just out of the back of their truck. That's it, out of the back of their truck, just trying to help people with just some drinks. Maybe it looks like some things that they possibly picked up at Sam's Club, and just pulling up to where they see crowds of people and going, here's something to drink, here's some snacks, things of that nature.
As I was leaving the station, going down Patton Avenue towards the Shell, I saw a setup, and it said free lunch, and there was people that was cooking. There were people that were doing all kinds, and you're like, thank goodness that there are these people out there. This, these kind people, whoever they are, whatever church or organization or whatever that they're with, because it does seem to be this idea that, okay, now it's starting to feel like a blame game a little bit. If you heard that 4 o'clock press conference and that 10 o'clock one, it was it was a lot. I mean, they calmed down, but there seems to be a lot of blame, and they're trying to shift it on one person, one situation, one organization, one thing or the other.
Yeah, there's literally no time for that, because then we spend an entire press conference going back and forth, battling, arguing. Nothing gets solved. People aren't doing the things that need to be done, and there's just no point. At this moment, we're arguing just for the sake of arguing, and it gets us nowhere. So, so many people still missing, so many people still looking, for their loved ones. It's still tough, dude. It's still tough. I don't know exactly when everything's going to be at a level where it's receded enough, but how long do you think until we're able to find everyone, locate everyone? It doesn't feel like that's even remotely close. Maybe I'm wrong. I hope I'm wrong, but it doesn't feel that way, Jeff. It just doesn't. No, and look, it's like I said earlier, it's got to be a day-to-day thing, right? It's survival of the fittest in a sense, and we just got to take it day to day, and we can't get inside our own heads and start to go crazy and things of that nature. We have to hang in there for sure.
Yeah, 100%. So we're going to take a quick break. We're going to come back, 828-240-1059. This is Rizzo and Jeff on 1059 The Mountain. I have to be honest with you. If you just want to call and chat, if you can, if you want to see what's going on, if you have something that you want to say, if you have a message you want to get out, if hey, I'm John Smith, I want to let Margaret know that I'm okay.
Hey, I have a business. I'll come down, chop down trees wherever you're at. Hey, here's an ATM that's wide open. Here's a gas station that's wide open. I'm sitting here right now. I'm letting you know this is. We know that this restaurant is going to be offering stuff today. All those kind of little things really, really help out. So we're here. We're an open line for you to do any of those things, all right?
An open line of communication, and that's what we want to do. We want to talk to you. We want to communicate with you. We want to, in essence, we want to be there for you, and we're going to ride this out with you. I mean, this is not going to be easy. This is not going to be short. This is not going to be easy. This is not going to be short. 1059 The Mountain. Good morning. Hello.
Good morning.
How are you?
I'm doing well. Thank you guys for doing what you do.
Appreciate that.
I am calling to see are there any gas stations that are open that have power and will let you use a credit card?
So what do you know about the hotspot? Because I know that the Shell was doing it, but it looks like they ran out of gas on Patton Avenue. Where are you located?
I'm in downtown Nashville.
Yeah,
right makes it
I think that is kind of the battle. I know that First Horizon Bank up Patton Avenue was open yesterday for their ATM. A lot, there were people hitting the ATM. That's something. The credit card thing, I'm not completely sure about. I know that there's, the places that are taking, you can get cash back if you purchase something, but using the credit card at gas stations. I haven't seen too much of that.
Do you have any cash at all whatsoever?
No, if I could get to an ATM that was operating, I would have some. But
let me tell you where one is that I know was refilled yesterday. That's the one thing I can tell you, because again, gas. I tell you, I've told people that some, and then they say, well, it's ran out. The All-Point ATM at the Walgreens on Patton Avenue. You can take out $300.
Okay.
All right.
And then when you do that, go up Leicester Highway, and there is, pull into the hotspot. It's might be a little bit of a wait, but from what I understand, they're going to open until they run out of gas again today.
Okay. Thank you so much.
Right, no problem.
I am on my way.
Good. Thank you. No problem. I appreciate you listening. 1059 The Mountain. Good morning. Hello.
Hello.
Hey, who's this?
This is Kay.
Hey, Kay, what's going on?
Well, I've got a question for you. I keep hearing about the medications and where you can get them filled, that no Schedule II narcotics would be filled. So what do people like me do that have to have Schedule II narcotics? Where do we get them?
You know what? It's interesting that you say that. So, and that could be anything from cancer medicine to, ADHD, Adderall medication. It could be anything like that. And, I know Mission Hospital's not doing it. I will say this. I will say Sona Pharmacy is a place that I know that a Schedule II has been filled recently. I can't promise that they will do it. I also know that AmeriCare Pharmacy, if you take your bottle, okay, your latest bottle, and you show them that bottle, I don't know if you physically have a prescription. I don't know if you have a bottle that's running out or has run out. But I do know that, I would definitely try, Sona Pharmacy, and then AmeriCare Pharmacy. Sona Pharmacy is off of exit, I think it's 8A in, as you get off exit 8A, Sona Pharmacy, not the one in Asheville, right off of 240. That one, there's 2 locations. Go to that one. Second, I know they have a backup generator, so they might have either been online or they're able to do it manually. AmeriCare Pharmacy, if you bring the bottle, I know will fill certain prescriptions. Obviously, depending on the Schedule II that you're on, people become dependent on those medications, so you need that as, to live. You need that for whatever need that for. And people are not thinking about the people who are, medically dependent on multiple medications. They're not.
No, they're not, and we can't go without them. Is the thing?
Yeah, and
when you run out, you go into the DTs. Yeah, which is no fun.
Yeah. Not only that, it's really, really scary. So I can tell you right now, do not don't hesitate. I would absolutely. Where are you located?
I'm in Weaverville.
So, did you go to Prescription Pad, by the way?
No, I hadn't tried anything.
Okay,
Prescription Pad,
on the radio is.
Yeah, listen to me. I don't know how much medication you have. I also do know, what kind of strain you're under. I've seen so many people, go through it. First, I would try if you're in Weaverville, Prescription Pad. Bring your bottle, explain your situation. Show them what you've been on. Bring a couple bottles. I mean, a pharmacist knows that certain medication might cause withdrawal. Certain medication might cause you to get sick not having it. Trust me, they can't just cut you off because they don't feel like it.
Yeah.
Okay, so there's no. I know so. There is a pharmacy somewhere, some way. Those are the 3 that I know of where people that I know who are on Schedule II and Schedule III narcotics are able to get medication, and that's so important because you need that to live. So try those 3 out, especially if that's where you're located. Go to the Prescription Pad in Weaverville. You might have to wait a little bit, but just say, I need to ask a question. I'm not here to get anything filled. Ask the question first. Then head to Sona Pharmacy, and then go to AmeriCare. AmeriCare is great. It's just the furthest one away from you. But I'll tell you what, those women are working their tails off. I never seen anything like it.
Okay, sounds great. I appreciate the
information. No problem.
No problem. Thank you. That's what we're here to do.
Yeah.
I mean, there are people,
and we've gotten that question many, many times. From a lot of different people, and it's tricky when you're on different kinds of medications that you're medically dependent on. And that's a terribly scary thing. That's the most scary thing because it could take your life.
Well, the thing is too, people are, and when I say people, I mean a lot of times pharmacists or other people are judgmental about stuff like that. But guess what? A lot of times if you're on a medication like that, you have broken your back. You are dying of cancer.
Right.
Okay, there are reasons that you're prescribed that
you're
medication.
In pain. You're a soldier, okay, that is wounded in battle, and you need certain things, and all those kind of things, right?
I mean, again, the state of North Carolina is stringent enough as it is, but to sit there and arbitrarily say that we're not going to fill this, we're not going to fill that, I was actually taken aback when I heard that yesterday, because
a lot of people are going through it, and they're not being able to get the things they need.
The DTs. Let me tell you something. I know people who have had a prescription filled, and then they were running around rushing. That's why I mentioned prescription pad. If you do not, get your medication refilled, medication should not be questioned. It should just be dispensed if it is a legally written prescription, because people in the middle of a natural disaster, how long do you have?
Yeah.
How long are you going to have? And again, for those of you who are unfamiliar, that's not just when you think, that's drugs. That also includes medication like for ADHD. Ritalin. Do you know that Ritalin for children is considered a Schedule II narcotic?
Yeah.
I mean,
which a lot of kids are on, right?
Yeah, think about that. Your children, if they need Ritalin or they need something like that, they because it's an amphetamine based salt derivative, people go, oh, okay, well, we're just not going to fill it. Let me tell you something. There are children who need their medicine. There are elder women who need their medicine. You're going to tell them no?
Right.
Sorry, you're dying. Well, a lot of people are dying anyway. Good luck.
Right. No, you can't. You can't do that. You can't do that.
You can't.
Yeah.
You will find something at one of those places. I promise you. I really, really do. So 828-240-1059. That's the number. 828-240-1059. We're going to take a break. We're going to come back. I want to take more of your phone calls. I want to know where you're at. I want to know what you're feeling, Jeff. I want to know what these people are doing. And maybe because people enjoyed my government provision trial so much yesterday, I tried the Le Bleu water. Maybe I try my...
You're going to try it?
Otis Spunkmeyer, naturally flavored all blueberry.
Yeah, and I'm going to tell you, I know that nobody ever wants to talk about this, but it's a reality of what we're living in.
Yeah.
My bathroom hack, okay?
You got a bathroom hack.
Yeah, I know, it's embarrassing, but it's reality, so I'll talk about that, yeah.
1059 The Mountain, you get the last word. Go ahead.
Hey, Rizzo and Jeff, good morning. All right, that's a lot of that still. A lot of that still, yeah.
How about this? Let's take a break. Let's reset. Get your phones reset. We'll be right back. By the way, little tidbit, little hint. What they're saying is their emergency towers are going up. If that's happening to you a lot, turn your phone off
and turn it back on.
Turn it back on.
Yeah.
All right. Yeah. We'll be right back.
We get it. The Rizzo and Jeff show's new. So time to teach us. Time to sound off. What do we need to know? Call us now. 240-1059. Let's see how this goes.
It is 1059 The Mountain, Nashville's classic rock, the Rizzo and Jeff show. Coming up, Jeff's toilet hack, me trying tried government water yesterday. I'm trying government muffins. And Butch on the line. Butch, hello, good morning.
Well, good morning.
How you doing, Butch?
I'm doing fine. The only thing I don't have right now is my cable TV.
Well, it's...
Yeah, do you have internet?
Do what?
Butch, do you have internet? Yeah, so you don't have your cable TV. What would you be watching right now, Butch, if you did?
Probably wrestling.
Wrestling?
Really, Butch? What kind? I mean, we talking,
WWE, AEW? What are you watching?
Talking 80s throwbacks? What's Butch watching?
Yeah, WWE, A&E,
right.
Rampage.
Yeah, you're talking right up my alley, Butch. I'd be doing the same thing.
Jeff, why don't you tell Butch what's going on?
Yeah.
Jeff's going to give you a wrestling update. He follows all of it. So, Jeff, go ahead.
Yeah, last night on NXT, Trick Williams won the NXT title back. So that happened last night. CM Punk was the special guest referee, so I got to see that. So that was cool. That was out of Chicago, so that was good. Yeah. Monday Night Raw was good. Braun Strowman and Bronson Reed broke the ring.
Oh, no.
So when they were wrestling, so Monday Night Raw was good. They were just some stuff I saw on X, on the old Twitter there. So
everything from last Friday's SmackDown.
Right.
He wants to know what happened at last Friday's SmackDown.
I'm trying to remember. Last Friday was a little busy for everybody.
Yeah, last Friday we were in the midst of hurricane.
Yeah.
I
didn't catch up on SmackDown. I missed, so I didn't get the SmackDown. But
Right. But the reason I'm calling, I would just like to say that there's major long lines at all the like Sam's and Walmart and all that.
Yes.
People, there's a lot of inconsiderate people.
Yeah, well, I wouldn't say that it's everybody, but I think what you're seeing, Butch, is that people are frantic, they're frustrated,
Like the paper towels, for an example. They'll grab every roll of paper towels the place got by not thinking there's 500 people waiting maybe get a roll.
No, you're right there. That's for sure, Butch. It's people think of themselves sometimes in a crazy time, but it's important to be considerate to other people if you want to be able to share. Butch, real quick. Sorry, I don't mean.
They had that bad toilet paper shortage.
Yeah.
That's tough.
During the pandemic, and everybody was going crazy.
Remember that? And they were hoarding toilet paper.
I was at Sam's. This little old lady comes out and she's just raising hell. I gotta have toilet paper. I gotta go in. I gotta get toilet paper. And some guy yelled out at a lady that they just said they do not have any. They are out.
Well, somebody pulled a knife on somebody at Ingles.
And let it dry.
Well, somebody, I'm with you. You don't have to die over paper towels. Somebody pulled a knife at Ingles. Did you know that? And real quick, before I let you go, just so you know, SmackDown from Friday, Cody Rhodes and Kevin Owens butt heads, but the Bloodlines win.
Okay.
Does that make any sense to you? I have no idea what that means.
Oh yeah.
All right, so there's some headbutting happening. So there's your wrestling update.
That feud with Cody Rhodes and Kevin Owens is going to happen. They've been building it for weeks now.
And the Bloodline win.
Okay.
Yeah.
Good. Hey, then listen.
Right,
you
Butch.
want TV updates?
You want wrestling updates?
You want wrestling updates?
I will forever be your guy.
Jeff's got you. What do you got? Hello, who's this? Hello.
Hello.
You.
Hey, how you guys doing, man?
We're hanging in there.
We're trying, man.
You try to put a smile on once in a while throughout the day. It's not easy for sure.
Hey, man, y'all are doing all right.
Thanks.
Look,
all right's good.
I worked about 10 hurricanes down in Florida, and if we're going to act like crazy people on day 5, day 6, we got a lot of problems. What we need to do is just step back and take a breath. There's going to be problems. There's going to be power. There's going to be delayed. There's going to be all kinds of problems. And people throwing fits and gas lines, it's going to happen, but don't.
Are you saying don't you just be? I guess that. Yeah. Can you hear me? Okay, we can't. You're cutting out a lot. The one thing I will say is I think people are so nervous because they're thinking about what happened at Christmas 2 years ago.
Yeah, and I think
And thank you for the call, buddy. You're cutting out bad.
Yeah,
sorry.
I think you're totally right. Just 4 or 5 days in, we're going crazy. This is a long haul thing that we really all have to be prepared for. I think that people think that in 2 weeks we're going to be back to the Asheville we know, and that's really not going to be the case.
I had to send my kid away yesterday. I'll get into that, too, as well, coming up with Jeff's Toilet Secret and my Otis Spunkelmeyer government muffin. Hello, who's this?
This is Chris.
Hey, Chris,
what's up?
What you got, bud?
Hey, I wanted to call in and tell you things were worse for me a couple of days ago. And it's already getting better.
Is it?
That's awesome.
I mean, that's awesome. Tell us why.
Tell us how, buddy.
Well, the when the power came back on, I didn't understand how bad the devastation was out there until I heard Rizzo's voice on every station.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
And then I thought, oh my gosh, it is the apocalypse.
No, for sure.
Oh, you did. You heard Rizzo on every station. Who made that decision, right? I know. Sorry.
I'm calling back to thank you because everything y'all did, Asheville didn't know how bad it needed you both. And welcome home.
Yeah, I appreciate that, man, and I'm glad things are getting better, and we're with you, man. Yeah. I just had to put I just had to send my child away.
Yeah,
I flew him alone with a stranger yesterday, so I feel that pain, man. So
yeah,
you know. Yeah, and
I want to give another thank you, if you don't mind.
No, go ahead.
A young person called in a couple of nights ago. If I'm not mistaken, his name was James, right?
Yes, James, yes.
And JNN Jr. called in with the Lester report, and he really gave the first clue that worked for me on where to find gasoline.
We call him the
Lord of Leicester. Yeah. JNN Jr. I like that.
Jr. Yeah, he was something, wasn't he? Just 11 years old.
Hearing his voice with clarity and confidence gave me the courage to get out of the house and get it together.
Yeah, to think that an 11-year-old sometimes is holding it together in the face of all of it, and kids are so used to, having everything in front of them. And 11 years old, he didn't sound flustered one bit when he had called us, and he was able to deliver it all and stay positive doing it. So, that was pretty cool.
That was really special.
Yeah.
He's great.
And civic-minded. That's incredible.
Yeah, he was civic-minded. You know what a descriptive adjective for him. But he was very, very on point. I'm glad that he gave you the courage to get out, and I hope that you got most of what you need. I know provisions are hard, and money's hard to come by, literal money, cash. But
just getting some fuel in the tank was a blessing for my family. So big thank you to him.
Well, I'll tell you what. Hopefully he's listening, or his parents are listening, and maybe we'll have. If I can ever find that kid again,
he's a part of the show going forward.
I'd love to have him on. At least once a week to kind of give his Lord of Leicester JNN Jr. report.
Absolutely.
And listen,
buddy.
I can hear it in your voice. I mean, we're people, we're human. We could take so much, and this was hard for everyone. I went to Canton yesterday. My heart broke. I saw grown men crying on their lawn, throwing
everything you worked
out
for.
Of their door.
Everything you worked for your entire life. You work day in and day out tirelessly, and in 2 short hours. It's absolutely gone. I mean, it's devastating. So,
well, I appreciate y'all are using your platform to form some community and help the community. And I wanted to say thank you to y'all, to JNN Jr., and to give some hope out there to people that it's getting better.
It will get better, and those little things. We look for those little signs of hope, like your power coming back on. And I'm sure you ran into every room of the house and turned the light on and left them on for the entire day, and whatever you had to do. Just those little tiny things. The sound of a microwave, and you go, "All right, this is awesome." And you reset every clock on everything. Those types of things, and you don't realize it, and you don't realize it.
The first thing I did was put down my mortgage mortar and pestle and started grinding some coffee for real.
Yeah, that's right.
Listen,
we live on Duncan, if you don't know, every day.
Yeah.
And I drive past it on Leicester Highway, and I see it, and I just hope one day, just one day it'll open back up. So, yeah.
So I feel you.
Hey, buddy, appreciate it, man.
We appreciate you, and thank you for calling us, okay?
Have a great day.
You do the
too,
same,
buddy. And that, ladies and gentlemen, is why we do this. That is why we do this. Because say what you want, but it's funny the things that people remember. The Lord of Leicester.
Yeah, an 11-year-old who was calling.
11-year-old who called. I have to find that audio. It's like hours and hours, and I don't even remember what hour it was in, what time he called, but he is like beloved by this town, the Lord of Leicester. He was on every radio station.
You know why? Because in the face of it, as grown adults, sometimes we're the ones that are breaking down mentally and everything else, and you hear an 11-year-old. Right, who is looking at everything. He's seeing the gravity of the situation, but his first thing that comes to mind for him at 11 is that I have to call the radio station and I have to let them know what I'm seeing, what is open, and things like that. And an 11-year-old was the one that tipped this guy who was just sitting in the house, down. I can't believe this happened. And he was able to go, you know what? If the 11-year-old, all right, J&N Jr. can do it, and he can ride around and he can call, he can help people, he can find gas.
I love that name.
Yeah. And he did it. And he really, if you remember early on, Rizzo, he was the one that was calling and giving us tips just the other day. I think it might have been Monday, and calling us and giving us tips about things that were beginning to open up, what he was seeing up and down Leicester Highway for people, because it's a busy thoroughfare.
Maybe it was when we were on the weekend, because yesterday was yesterday Monday.
It might have been Sunday.
I'm losing track.
It might
of
have
days.
Yesterday was Tuesday, but it could have even been Sunday. You're right, and I guess he had called back later.
I think the Lord of Leicester came on.
I gave him Lord of Leicester, but I got to tell you, J&N Jr. takes the cake. I think that's the top one.
I agree. Yeah. I think J&N Jr. is
James, 11-year-old James. Yeah.
11-year-old James, J&N Jr. And I have to tell you something. That's the perfect name for him, isn't it?
Yeah.
And maybe that's what we do. We have our listeners' kids or whatever, and you can be part of the J&N Junior Club. So, remember how McGruff the crime dog, he had badges and such?
Yeah.
What if we had J&N Junior badges or Junior Press badges?
I just don't want the kids to get into any kind of news career, because the news can just be depressing. You don't want to do that.
Have you been listening to 105.9 The Mountain? And then the guy goes, when I heard Rizzo on every radio station,
the apocalypse has happened. Yeah. But look, it was important to do all of that. And we're going through the same things that everybody's, going through. All right. You feel dirty. You feel like you don't feel like yourself on a day-to-day basis. But, we have a responsibility, and we feel that we do, to be on and be that lifeline that nobody was able to
connect you, make you laugh.
People still can't connect. Even your phone out by your way. It was a little better around here, but out by your way was trouble yesterday.
I can barely get a hold of you. I have a question for you, and this is just up to you. Would you like to give your toilet trick and then muffin it?
Sure, yeah. Literally, and this is the reality, because the water is so scarce.
And 828-240-1059, that is the number to call. Let's talk. Let's, just have a discussion. Let's just, tell us how you're feeling. We had so many people call us and thank us, but really thank you, because if you didn't listen to us, if you didn't, tell people about us and engage with us on social media, we wouldn't be here. So thank you.
And please.
Thank you for listening. Thank you for caring about the Rizzo and Jeff Show. It means the world to us.
Yeah, and look, Rizzo, we have not been here for a long time, right? But
9 months, Jeff.
9 months, and immediately, right away, it's amazing to see. We've been in some communities that don't even think about each other. and to see everybody helping each other here is just so awesome. The outpouring, just that sometimes I'll just go up and down this road because you want to preserve gas.
Yeah.
But to see what people are doing for each other is amazing. So
105.9 The Mountain, good morning. Hello.
Mitra.
Good morning. I was wanting to see if there was any way that I could help anybody. We do have a Flint big Mercedes van. If there was something that I could do, like if people had gas cans or anything that I could go and fill. Hendersonville has gas, and the lines have not been very, very long the past 2 days. So I could try taking the van up and pick up gas cans and bring them back to the people out there that don't have gas. Any problem.
Yeah, Mitra, we were getting messages from people yesterday, and I think that there actually is somebody that is looking for some help like that. I saw it on the What's Up Asheville kind of Facebook page that somebody needs to get out to get their medication.
And there was also a guy who was trapped, and he said that he would give somebody $100 for just 2 5-gallon jugs of gas being delivered to his house. That's how desperate people are, Mitra, you know?
And I don't
have any gas cans, but if they have gas cans, I have enough diesel to get out there to pick the gas cans up.
What are you driving? What are you driving that's diesel?
It's a Mercedes van.
Ah, the Mercedes van. That's va-va-voom material.
Yeah,
I'm gonna tell you that right
Mitra,
now.
I actually yesterday wrote down the man's phone number. If you want to hang on, he was in the Tunnel Road area. I have his phone number, and he was willing to pay just to get the gas can. So if you hang on, I'll give you his phone number, and then maybe we can connect over social media and whatnot, and we'll try to figure something out, okay? But if you hang on for 1 second, I'll give you this guy's number. Maybe you could call him.
Okay.
All right, Mitra, hang on.
Perfect. Hang on, Mitra, and thank you so much for checking in. It means the world. It really, really does. Hang on. Go ahead. Do I have to? Okay. All right. Hold on. There. Okay. Sorry about that. For the person who was just calling, or the people who were just calling, I apologize. I'm having a little Jimmy fingers.
Jimmy this morning.
There we go. All right, 105.9 The Mountain. Hello.
Hey there, this is Keith from Henderson County. How's it going?
What's going on, Keith?
I just want to let you guys know we've got a food distribution and water distribution set up at Rugby Middle School today from 9 a.m. to 6 p.m. Lots of water, lots of fresh food.
It seems you got a good amount in Henderson County. So there's Rugby. I know there's Irwin, too, right? And then the 2 high schools?
Yeah, so Rugby Middle School is serving the Mills River, Fletcher, Mountain Home communities. So come out. We've got plenty of stuff to give away today, starting at 9 a.m.
What do you you have water, you have hot, is it hot food, is it perishables, non-perishables?
Got lots of MREs, got lots of bottled water, got lots of toiletries. We had dog food, cat food yesterday. All kinds of hygiene items. So we want as many people as can to take advantage of it today.
So, and one more time, give that place and the name and everything, because sometimes people tune in right in the middle of a call.
Yes, that's Rugby Middle School off of Haywood Road, right between the Mills River community and Hendersonville community.
Perfect. All right. Well, thank you very much, and thank you for doing everything that you're doing for the community. Okay, my friend?
You guys take care.
All right. Thank you very much.
Yeah. And that's awesome. And like I said, we had the call yesterday from the guy from Tunnel Road. He said, I have 2 5-gallon cans. If somebody would just come and get them and fill them. His name was Chris. And so Mitra is going to contact him. She also said that at Va-Va-Voom, about 1 o'clock today, if you're in the downtown area and you need a charge, whatever it may be, right outside they're going to put up plugs and things like that, so you were able to charge your phone there. So,
really? Yeah, at Va-Va-Voom?
At Va-Va-Voom, yes.
828-240-1059. That is the phone number. Jeff, you said you have a...
Look, now this, when it comes to, and everybody is dealing with it at the moment, when it comes to going to the bathroom. Now, I know it could be an uncomfortable conversation, but there's a reason that me and you, when we moved here, became plastic bag hoarders, okay?
That is true. We hoard every plastic bag.
So what I'm doing to preserve the water, and I know this might sound, a little, like we're living in a different country here, but it feels like it's a reality.
Right.
Is that what I do is you rip the bag just a little bit, okay? So you can stretch it underneath. You lift the toilet seat up and you put the plastic bag in. You stretch it a little bit, put it back down. It holds tight, so you're able to go to the bathroom, okay, without using a lot of the water and things like that. And if you have a little bottle of water, you could pour some on the toilet paper, whatever it may be, and kind of go that way to preserve, without flushing, and then you throw it away. So I've been doing that. It's not that you want to do that. Nobody wants to do that. You look at it and you want to flush it. You want to be normal, but you got to do what you have to do to survive for the moment, and so that's kind of what I've been doing. That's embarrassing, but it's reality.
That working
it's
out
fine. It works out fine for me. Yeah, it sounds good. It works out fine. I've been all right with it.
Do you put all your weight? I'm trying.
It goes into a trash bag. So when you're done with it, you just tie it up, put everything in there, and boom, into the trash bag. Yep.
Okay, so sort of like a dog thing, but like
you got it, but it's you.
But it's you.
That's right.
So okay, well there you go. That's a little trick.
Well, it's a trick. I don't know. I wouldn't call it a trick, but a little embarrassing. But a lot of people are dealing with that at the moment. But so you're seeing, and I see a lot of trucks with porta potties, things of that nature that are coming in. I've seen a bunch of that yesterday. So hopefully we get more of that. Just the little things to begin to help people out. The electric's good, the electric's fine, but man, water, whew.
And the ramifications of this are felt everywhere. I mean, businesses closed. So what does that mean? That means that there are jobs that are on hold. People who work at, let's say, Bojangles or something like that.
Teachers who there was a teacher in my development, and she was only at the moment getting 1 week of what they called leave or whatever it may be. All right, what about after the week?
Right.
What about after the week? She said, I don't know. I don't know. And a lot of people are going to be in that. A lot of people, it's the first of the month, second of the month now. People are going, all right, rent's due. Well, if I pay the rent here, but I need this, that, and the other thing. So now things are getting tight. People are looking for, their disability checks and things of that nature when they're coming in. And now you're pinching every penny at this point because you don't know what the future holds. Right, that's the problem.
Yeah, not only do you not know what the future holds, I mean, this could be this could be a long haul.
Yeah.
So yesterday, if you heard the show, maybe you did, maybe you didn't. We were simulcasting. We had Melanie from Mix 96.5 here. I was talking about how I tried. I went to one of the government provision sites. I did some videos. I put it up on the 105.9 The Mountain Facebook, which, by the way, talk about a resource. I put up a lot of great videos and pictures, so you could really get a picture of all different areas of this town, from Haywood County, which I got to tell you, I feel like it's totally forgotten. Yancey, like all the. I feel like they're forgotten. Nobody talks about them. I get it. It's not sexy. It's not the right. Big city with the breweries and all that.
Right.
But that doesn't mean that they're not people that still exist. So I went down there, and it was absolutely devastating. And I had went to get some hot food because, to be frank with you, I couldn't find hot food. The Domino's thing didn't have it till after I went, right, or at least didn't open. And so I got myself a government muffin. Now, the particular brand of muffin here, hold on, let me just, there we go. We got the Otis, Spunkenmeyer. And Otis Spunkenmeyer, yesterday, I wanted to give it a try here on the air because let people know kind of what they're getting into, because I gave Le Bleu the government water.
I don't know if they're getting into anything. I think that anything probably at this point would taste good.
Well,
depending.
We're going to find out because that government water was a 7.3.
Okay.
So let me open this. Okay, hold on. All right, here we go. Let me get a Let me get a good bite here. Let me get a blueberry in here, too, just so I can give you the full taste.
They're moist. They look moist.
They're actually very moist, huh? Okay. I'm tasting the Otis. Oh, there's a Spunkmeyer here. Come on. All right, I got a blueberry. Okay, hold on. Let me just do one more. All right. So, I have to tell you.
Not bad?
The government provisions that I've had thus far, including Odie Spunkmeyer here, pretty good. Now, am I going to go 7-3? No. But, moistness, I'll give it a 9 out of 10.
Okay.
Blueberries, I'm going to give an 8 out of 10. Overall taste, I'm going to go 7-7.
Oh, okay, good.
I'm going to go a 7-7 on the government muffin.
Okay.
And again, 7-3 on the Le Bleu water. I got to tell you,
it's been pretty good.
Not awful.
Well, I don't care if people there's people that don't care if it's rated a 2 as long as it's something. Okay. At this point,
I'm with you. Yeah. I figured that there's I wish I had a truck of food to give out. I'd love to organize some kind of food thing for the community and do something like that. But it's hard to do and the logistics of it. So, I'd love to do something like that. But if we cannot, I can at least update you on what's going on and how these are tasting. And would you like a piece of this?
I'm okay. Thank you. No, I don't need that.
This is a big blueberry too. They have one big blueberry right in the middle of this muffin. And I have to tell you, that's a fresh blueberry. God. I got to tell you, the government, whether it's FEMA, National Guard, who's giving these people food? Do we know who's giving the Spunkmeyers and the Le Bleu?
I do not know that. No.
Is there 828-240-1059?
Yeah.
Is there anybody who is familiar, who's gotten some rations? What did you get? What are some of the things that you've had? I actually was given a what are they called? An individual charcoal grill, but it's like a portable one. It's got the charcoal in there. Could last up to 30 times.
Wow, that's pretty good for that. Yeah, I saw a lot of people are doing that, doing the barbecuing. I was doing that because I was 5 days. I didn't have one single lick of electric, and I know there's a lot of people that don't have it until it came back on. So it was. Surviving. I had a portable one, just a little one. It was like a promotional thing that I had. I was able to get some instant light charcoal, and that's how I was cooking stuff. But, I had no microwave. I didn't have any of that stuff.
Did you have to go to the store to get the instant light charcoal?
I did. I was able to get in when I waited in line for like 2.5 hours the other day up at that Ingles. I was able to, I got it. It was the one thing I got. So, when you go in the stores in such a frantic pace, you're trying to think of like everything that you possibly need to like survive. It's not just like a day-to-day. It's like complete survival mode.
But you don't realize the hard part is 98% of us have to do it with non-perishable items.
Yeah,
chips,
cans of stuff, and
canned cheese.
Yeah, I have.
Did you get canned cheese?
I didn't get canned cheese, but I have more SpaghettiOs. Because they were on sale. I was at the Go grocery outlet.
Do you like SpaghettiOs?
I do like SpaghettiOs. I don't mind a SpaghettiO. Yeah.
Really?
So they were on sale, but it's those kind of little things that generally you would never really purchase. Because you like to cook and do things be normal. But when you have to, it's unbelievable. What you try to get and stock up with when and if you can.
So my question is, when are you going to get, if at all, maybe it's not even possible, to the level of I'm ready for potted meat and Vienna sausage?
I passed it. I did pass it. So yeah.
Yeah, absolutely. And for those of you who are on the phone, be patient here. 1059 The Mountain. Good morning. Hello.
Good morning, Rizzo. This is Mark from Ingles 3.
Oh, Mark from Ingles 3. How the heck are you, brother?
I'm doing good, my friend, doing good. We finally got out of that holler over there, and we're sitting in line to try to get some gas for the first time.
Where are you at getting gas?
down at the Shell on Patton Avenue, right beside Zip's Car Wash.
Yeah, a lot of people have been doing that.
Wait, the Shell on Patton, are they reopen again?
Yeah, they're open. There's probably about 10, 12 cars in line. There's not a whole lot.
Yeah, a lot of people have been going up Leicester Highway,
I'm about to give Mark from Ingalls 3 my car.
The hotspot's open, things of that nature. People have been going up that way, up Leicester Highway. So, but that's good. 10, 12 cars, you'll be in and out of there. That's pretty good. You got to go early.
I'd love to. We're up earlier than anyone.
I know. So.
Yeah, I waited 30 minutes. Do you know I waited 40 minutes in line, and literally as I was 2 cars away from the pump, and they were like, "We're out of gas."
I know, that's the biggest fear.
I texted Jeff. I was like, "Jeff, I waited 40 minutes for this."
Yeah.
Well, you guys are faring okay, I assume.
We are trying. Of course, no water makes a lot of things extremely difficult, and getting up and coming in. But Mark, look, we see online, we see the videos. People have just completely lost everything. So. It's
considering we are very, very fortunate.
Extremely.
I went to Canton yesterday. I went to Haywood County yesterday. I did a couple of videos, took some pictures. My Lord, I have never seen, anything. I mean, Canton is obliterated. I don't know if you've been down there, but wow.
Yeah.
Yeah. But we live in Craggy, if you know where that's at. That's in Woodfin. We live probably about 40 yards from the river, and it got up and crested at our house, and we had 7 foot of water in our driveway.
Yeah, we had a woman that called earlier in the week, and she said, "I got to get out of here. I have 2 dogs. I have no water for my dogs. I can't get out in that same area that you are in." And that's the scary stuff. A lot of people with pets. I just read online that. A woman, she went into her neighbor's house. She heard the dogs barking, and there were 2 dogs that were in the house. The family had left, but they had to leave their dogs behind, and they were looking for help for the dogs. So to have to leave your pet, I mean, think about that. That's got to be, a dire, situation to be able to have to do that.
I'd have to go down with them. I couldn't leave my dog.
Me too. My dog, the first thing I did when the market opened and I went in is I went to the dog food section. Yeah, not even the food for me.
Fresh.
Not food for me.
He got him fresh. He got him fresh, pet.
Well, no, he's eating I got him the Caesar ones, so they can have. But it's like a cheeseburger. It's like a cheeseburger for him for a few days. But it was, that's the first thing Iid. So yeah, but glad you're doing okay, Mark.
Yeah, how's the house? The house okay? Is it
Yeah, we after all, as much as that water got up, we were 8 inches. It was to the top step going in our living room, and we was lacking 8 inches it coming under the door before it stopped rising. We just got lucky.
Wow, I know. So how does it, when you're looking at it now after, it all has receded, kind of, what are you seeing around that way?
Well, man, we've got stuff in our front yard. We can't even pour our cars back down. My brother's going to come over. He's got a little Kubota tractor. He's going to come over and going to have to scrape the driveway. There's so much debris, so much plastic from Silverline Plastics up on the river. They must have lost millions of dollars there. All their pipe floated down the river. It's stuck in the bushes in their house. We've seen cars float down. Southern Concrete mixer, the big concrete mixer trucks. One of them was floating down.
Isn't that amazing how powerful Mother Nature is? That in it, one foul swoop, boom! We could take houses and trucks, U-Haul trucks floating. It's unbelievable, Mark.
And Mark, we appreciate you. We love you, and please keep checking in with us. 105.9 The Mountain. Good morning. Hello.
Good morning. How you doing?
Doing
well.
How you doing there, buddy? What's going on?
I was going to tell you, Hotspot on Leicester Highway is taking debit card in the store.
In the store that they're taking that, and they're open right now?
Yes, sir.
So you can go in with your debit card into the store and pay for the gas and then come back out to the pump?
No, they don't have gas, but you can get drinks and...
So they're out of gas. Okay.
Yes.
Yeah, okay.
Oh, see? Right. Yeah. Jeff has been telling me.
Well, they had gas yesterday, so I did see that. What about the gas station right down, the next one down?
It's not open yet.
Not open yet. Okay. All right.
All right. Do you know what time they open, just by chance?
I went there at 5 o'clock this morning. And they was open.
Okay.
Oh, okay. All right. Perfect. Well,
Right.
thank you very much. Thanks for the heads up, man. Appreciate it. So I guess no bueno on the
Well, the shell. The shell right here. So.
Oh, I know the shell right there, but the problem is by the time we're off the air, by the time we're done here, I think they're doing an update again at 10. So we'll carry you through that update. So realistically, by 11:30, when we're out of here and off the air, that's going to be the tough part.
Well, I did it for 3 hours. Buckle in.
Yeah. 105.9 The Mountain. Hello.
Hey, man, I texted earlier, but the Shell station, the County Line Reynolds on Highway 74 is open, and they're taking cards, everything.
Shell station on 74.
The Shell on 74 is open, and they're taking cards because it looked like it was, roped off at least this morning when I was driving past it. So they're open and taking cards right now?
Yes, sir. I just got gas there at 7 o'clock.
Wow.
Okay. Is the Country Kitchen open too?
No, Country Kitchen's not open.
Okay, but the gas is open.
The Shell on, okay.
That's perfect. That'd be perfect. Okay, thank you.
buddy.
Thank you very much. 105.9 The Mountain, good morning. Hello.
Hey, yes, sir. Where's the ATM closest to get money?
Where are you located at?
Oakley. I heard Walmart on Hendersonville Highway was taking debit plus giving cash back.
They are giving cash back. Yes, I did hear that yesterday.
Open, sir?
I'm not exactly sure when they open, but I probably, if I was you and they're giving cash back, I'd head on over there and wait. They're not going to open it like noon or anything. I would assume 9,
I'm
10.
going to assume 9 or 10. So I would get there soon and I would wait. I mean, they're definitely going to be open. Okay, so ATM.
A bunch of First Horizon banks where it had a lot of ATMs that were working yesterday. We did see that. That was reported.
Yeah. How far are you away from Patton Avenue again?
I'm coming that way now.
Okay, listen. Yesterday, I went into Walgreens to get witch hazel and baby wipes to wipe and everything like that, clean up all my face and everything. You can go to the All Points ATM. Every All Points ATM that is that's around is operational, and you can take out $300 at a time. Loomis was there yesterday refilling it. Don't know how much they fill. Don't know how much a Mac machine or an ATM machine holds. But from what I can tell you, I do know that they are open, and that money ATM does work.
Are they open right now?
Jeff, what
don't know. I can't peek down there now.
We can't peek down there. I'm going to assume Walgreens opens at 8 o'clock. Give me 1 second. Let me just do a quick Google here. I'm going to say 95% the Walgreens opens at 8, but just give me 1 second.
And like I said, if you come up this way to Patton Avenue, First Horizon Bank, a lot of people were hitting that ATM yesterday.
Where's that at?
If you pass our radio station and you head up away from the downtown, it's about half mile up on the right hand side on the corner.
Okay.
All right.
Hold on. I'm pulling up the Patton Avenue one because they're changing. Hold on, Patton Avenue.
Is this Jeff or Rizzo? Which one?
You got both of us.
You got both of us. So the one that is speaking now. No problem. Real quick, Patton Avenue opens in 20 minutes, bro.
Great. Thank you. Great job, guys. Thanks for all y'all have done. Appreciate it.
We appreciate you,
man. Stay strong, okay?
Stay strong and safe, okay? All right. Appreciate that.
Yeah.
So that Walgreens does open 20 minutes. 105.9 The Mountain. Hello. Turn your radio down. Hello.
Appreciate it.
I just wanted to let you know that there's a ATM and gas at Exxon. It's Dermot's Exxon on Four Seasons in Hendersonville.
Okay.
The ATM's working and they have gas and they're taking cards too.
Wow, Hendersonville is doing well considering everything that happened down there. Again, I haven't heard from my Aunt Linda in 3 days. I'm actually getting kind of worried now, so hopefully she's okay. But is it drivable? I mean, how's the town as a whole holistically?
It's pretty bad. It's really bad. Yeah, Hendersonville's got it pretty bad, and finding an ATM has been really hard, and especially because everybody will take cash, but they weren't taking cards and they weren't giving cash back. And so finding ATMs has been really hard. But there is one. I just left the Exxon on Four Seasons, and they do have the ATM is full of money, and the gas is good.
Wow.
Everything is good. So
I always wondered how much, and I appreciate that very much. Thank you for your call. I always wondered how much those ATMs held money-wise. Like, do they hold 100 grand, 20 grand, 5 grand? I mean, at 300 a pop, you'd have to think if 10 people went, that's 3 grand. So I don't know. They have to hold 50, 100,000? I don't know.
A decent amount, I'm sure.
And by the way, Loomis is in town. Do not approach them. Leave them alone.
The guy called yesterday.
The guy called yesterday.
I worked for Loomis.
Yeah.
He got the money. He said, don't come up to us.
Yeah.
They got guns, folks.
Yeah. 105.9 The Mountain. Hello.
Hey.
Hey.
Good morning.
Good morning.
So I want to give an update, and I need info.
Okay. What do you got, and how can we help?
All right, so yesterday I called and talked to you guys, and yesterday about 4 o'clock, a lot of Weaverville got power.
Okay.
We are still, internet is sporadic. It's like it's trying to come back, but it's not there yet. And
Okay.
so is cell phones.
Okay.
Now, I was told yesterday from the iHeartRadio from somebody else that heard it, but they didn't have no phone number for questions or had any times or anything. But they had told me that they heard on there that across the street from the Madison County High School is supposed to bring your trash to some sort of place. Have you heard about this?
I've heard of a few places that are taking some trash and waste and potables here. Hang on for 1 second, and I will take a look here for you. And everyone else that is on the phone, please hang on for just 1 second. Let's see. Donations. Hold on.
So this is in Madison County. They say... This was starting, I think, on the 3rd. They were opening at 1 p.m. Monday on Monday to be able to do that. So and then they wound up closing them down again. Hold
on here. So I'll tell you what. Yeah. So there is some truth to that. The
solid waste transfer station
is
open on Monday.
Is open on and that's probably your best bet. The solid waste transportation transfer station. I think you got to pay, but it's not much. Okay.
Where is that at?
So solid waste transfer station. Where are you coming from?
Well, it'd be Weaverville, but is the one that's by the Madison, is that not truth to it being already happening?
Well, I'll tell you what. We're going to put that out there.
We're going to put that out there. We're looking at because I'm looking at the, and it says it's not open yet. So again, you know what? Let me look that up. Get to these people. Maybe some of these people have the answer that's on the phone, and listen to what we have to say. We'll answer that in a couple minutes. Okay.
I don't know if I can get you on the radio. That's why I'm having issues trying to pull you guys up.
All right, do me a favor. It's 105.9 The Mountain on the app. You just search 105.9 The Mountain or call us back in about 10 minutes or so. Okay.
Okay. Thank you.
Thank you very much. Thank you for your patience. Hello. Who's this?
Yes, sir. I have some family on Cane Creek Road in Fairview.
Okay.
And I heard that it got washed out. Have y'all really heard anything? They live up there next to Chestnut Baptist Church.
Okay, so in Fairview, from what I hear, I know that area very well. I have family that's up there, and
That's on a creek town, and that's my family.
So I heard that Cane Creek was flooded out. From what I understand, it is passable. It has receded recently, and that they are now at Fairview Elementary is being used as a place, to pick up stuff. And if you go down south of the Food Lion, or you were to turn right where that Amico is and kind of go down there as you're headed, like you could take the back way to Hendersonville. You can go the back way to Hendersonville all the way down. From what I understand, I had my aunt do that probably about 2 days ago. So it
is possible, but okay.
Now listen. There's down trees. There. So please watch out. But it is possible. So it's just going to be very treacherous. I wouldn't drive, a Subaru WRX through it. You know what I mean?
Well, I got Subaru Outback, so.
Oh, all right. Let me tell you about the Subaru. That Subaru.
Hey, Subaru.
Subaru lives forever.
It'll last.
You know what I mean, brother?
I know.
All right, brother.
Hey,
Cane Creek is good.
From what I understand, Cane Creek is good. You could take it whether you go straight past the Food Line or you make a right at the Amico. You should be able to access that road once you go past that gas station and veer to the right.
But do everything with caution, my friend.
Do everything with caution because, again, could have rained, could have, I haven't been there myself. I just know somebody who rode that road yesterday.
Yeah, like I said, I got family there called Craigtown, and I'm really worried.
Oh,
So
well,
I'm sure.
I know that, they are absolutely able to, at least get out or get around somewhat down there, okay?
Thank you for easing my mind some. Thank you very much.
I'm so glad we could do that. I can't promise it. How much water's there, how much water's not, but I do know that down up through where that gas station is the back road, the back way to Hendersonville. You can go, including Cane Creek, through Fletcher. Hello, who's this? Good morning.
Hello.
Hey.
Hi. This is probably just a pipe dream, but do you think Weaverville is going to be picking up garbage today?
The pipe dream is just that.
Yeah,
That's what I thought.
I do not mean to be trite or laugh at the situation, but if you don't laugh, you cry. We try to bring a little something during this dark time. That's not going to happen for a while.
Definitely. And I just got gas at the Shell over by Walmart.
Okay.
Everyone's going to the Shell.
Yeah.
The Shell by Walmart in Weaverville?
Yes, on Monticello.
On Monticello. How long was the wait?
Well, I followed the truck, the tanker truck in at 5:30 this morning.
Smart woman. There you go. That's how you do
I worked for the tank farm. And I got the crickets to shut up for once.
Okay?
There you go. It's the
right.
queen of the crickets.
Thank
you. How's the house doing? I know the downstairs was a little messed up, but how's everything else?
No, everything's fine. Good. We're here in Weaverville. We're wonderful.
Good.
Okay?
Good. I'm glad to hear that, and stay safe.
Yes, you too. Thank you.
Have a wonderful day.
Thank you.
Thank you for following up and catching up.
Now, when I talk about survival, it's that I need gas. Where's that stinking tanker truck going? I'm going to follow it to the gas station that it's going to, and I'm going to be the one that's there.
My lady.
See? See what I'm saying?
That's how Weaverville pride. They know what they're doing over there.
Weaverville that figures it out. You got Rizzo, his head spinning like a top.
My head's spinning all topsy-turvy.
And she's got it all figured out. See? You got to think.
You want to know why? I'm not a Weaver. You know what happened? We started off as Weavervillians.
Well, we were out by Woodfin.
Well, we were in Woodfin, but we spent a lot of time in Weaverville when we first moved here, and now.
Well, it's because they have Publix, and you can get Publix fried chicken and
right,
and those subs ready to go, and at the time it was you could snag the boar's head, but now you got to think twice about it. But
oh my God, it's Angles. I think there was a sign that said like boar's head, like $9.99
Whenever
pound,
I see it, nobody's at the lunch meat counter getting the boar's head. Give me the primo.
Can I have the what's that meat that we bar S? I'll take the bar S.
Yeah.
Hello, who's this? 105.9 The Mountain. Good morning.
Hey, this is Todd from yesterday with an update.
Oh, sure, Todd, what's up, man?
My girlfriend contacted me yesterday.
Yeah! What'd I tell you, Toddy?
You guys helped me through it, brothers, and I love you guys.
Oh,
no,
man,
Todd,
we love
appreciate you.
I am so friggin' happy to hear that. I'm telling you, I was thinking about that all day. As a matter of fact, my fiance Baby Hand, she actually asked me about that like 3 times.
Yeah, I was telling my mom about your phone call when I was able to get a hold of her, and how hard it is on us, to have to hear that kind of stuff, Todd. And but we knew it, and you like we said yesterday, your mind can go into dark places at times, but if you stay positive, these are the positive stories that people need to hear. That it's that things will be okay, and I'm so glad, Todd, that worked out. Okay.
To let other people know that I hadn't heard from her since Friday, and she said it was still spotty yesterday.
Well, good, okay, but she's
to let other people know there's still hope out there.
So this is a perfect example. You called yesterday and you were very concerned, and they finally got a little bit of service. You were able to talk to her. Everything was.
And where was she again for everybody, so they know?
She was in Black Mountain,
right?
Pretty close to the tornado,
right?
Yeah.
So and you were really worried. I mean, you were to the point of tears, and I'm so happy, Todd. That made my friggin' morning, dude.
Todd, when you get a hold of her, tell her she's not allowed to go. All right, just let her know that's not. I'm not holding you captive. You're just not going anywhere.
Tell her she's not allowed to go. Okay.
I'm going to take some handcuffs and put them in.
That's it.
Well, don't get in too much trouble, Todd.
Don't get too No, we love you, Todd. No.
The handcuffs
could
be
fun. Thanks for everything.
Thank you.
No, Todd. Thank you so much, buddy. That made my morning.
That is why we do this.
Yeah.
If we could help ease somebody, save somebody, or
somebody had called in the community about
when
yesterday.
Was that yesterday.
I got a call from the boss at about 4:00, and he said, "Hey, who was that? Who was the call about the person that was in Black Mountain?
Todd.
Do you remember the name of the trailer home, the community home, the mobile home that she lived in? I remembered it was lot 6." We got it. So somebody heard that and was trying to help out. So that was something that's pretty awesome. Yeah.
I just that's fantastic. I that literally changed my whole. Listen, I've been so sad because I had to send my kid away, and I'll tell you about that. But that made everything we've been doing since Friday morning worth it, or Friday when we got back on the air worth it. Just that made everything worth it. Thank you, Todd. Hello, who's this?
Hey, this is Scott with Boar's Head.
Hey, Scott with Boar's Head. What's up, man?
We are out here making deliveries to Western North Carolina.
You know what? That's great to hear. Thank you, Scott.
And the product is safe.
All right, good.
And if you could go through these facilities, you will see that they are fantastic.
Yeah,
really. It is a premium product.
No, it was.
We love Boar's Head. Boar's Head hot dogs were my favorite.
But look, what happens, with some of that stuff. Now people get fearful a little bit, but and Boar's Head's been around for over 100 years, so it's for people or a long, long time. So for people to know, it's always the top. When you go to order and you get a Publix sandwich, it's Boar's Head. So that's good to know. And I know there was some PR stuff that had to be worked on there, but for sure.
We are out here for you. We've been founded in 1905.
Right.
So this is a fantastic company, best company I ever worked for, and we've got all of our trucks on the road delivering South Carolina and Western North Carolina. We're taking care of our customers.
You know what? And I will say this: my son loves the Boar's Head Parmesan, so I appreciate
really?
that.
I mean, I go for listen,
he does
the buffalo chicken.
Thank you for the call, my friend. Here's the problem. It's just
it was the liverwurst that was the problem. I mean,
it was who eats liverwurst anyway? Hello, who's this?
Hi, this is Leslie in Asheville. Just calling to give everybody a heads up that they seem to have gas back at the Shell on Patton Avenue again, and there's not a huge line. So anybody who desperately needs gas and can't afford to sit in a line for an hour and burn what they got left needs to get over there fast.
I was going to say the more people that tell us that, the more it's going to build up. But I need gas. So can you do me a favor? Can you tell people they're not there?
No,
I'm kidding. I'm kidding. I appreciate it. Thank you so much for the advice, buddy. Okay.
Yeah. You guys have a great day. Thank you
too, my friend.
You too, buddy. You too, absolutely. But I got to tell you, if I could speak, personally for a minute, because that guy from Boar's Head, you know what? Let me do this.
Well, he said something about Boar's Head, and he was, right to, call up and say, hey, look,
we're good. And yes, we were just making a joke. We were making it in jest. But I'll tell you what I had to do and how I decided to send the kiddo, the Bambino, if you listen to this show, away yesterday. So we'll talk about that and take more of your calls coming up after this.
We get it. We're new. So it's time for you to sound off on the Rizzo and Jeff Show. Let us have it. What do you want to say to us? What do we need to know? Call now. 240-1059.